going hunting.
Morning, Jamie Edwards here, hunting with Dad. We are going to do some frost seeding again, but we have a little different blend. And this is supposed to grow in some more salty, alkaline, tough ground. We're going to do around some slough edges and make some habitat. But our Everlast Spreader here we're having some problems with. It's just got a slide gate and spinner there, and it's not running out. We can run it wide open, and with the jiggling of it and everything, it's getting caught in here, and it's not running down onto the spinner plate. So we're going to do some modification. We're going to see what we can come up with, and then I'll check back in. So here is the mixture that we're trying to use here. I worked with an AI program trying to figure out what the best native grasses would be for some wet and salty ground that we have basically around some sloughs and stuff. And this is kind of what we come up with. So this is very different than what we were spreading from before from Pheasants Forever. All right, here's what we ended up with. We got a stainless steel rod. We welded takes a 5/8 socket on the end, and we made a couple paddles. We drilled a hole through the center brace. I can put this all in. We'll put this brace back on. It'll go right down there on the motor nut. As the motor spins, it'll just keep paddling things so it doesn't get compacted and can keep coming down in the hole.
Let's put some stuff in there and run it.
Okay, so this is getting a little more complex than we originally thought and planned, which is par for the course around here. So here's what we ended up, and this seems to work pretty good. We had to cut the majority of our paddle off. So we only have about an inch sticking out on each side, and we angled them, as you can see here, so that as this turns, it is low at the bottom and higher at the top, tipped back, and helps it go through. The motor didn't have quite enough power, but it was really heavy on, if you're looking at from the back side, it was spreading most of the grass seed over here. Now if you put, we've done soybeans and corn with it, and it does about as wide as the side-by-side. So we started modifying here, and so far this is our next design. We've taken this shield, which sits in there like this. This is the front side, and it comes out this way, and you can see where the left side was straight back here, and the right side wrapped all the way around, so it left this little opening right here. And that's about as much grass seed as we were able to, or that's about the how wide the trail was it was leaving behind. It would shoot back about 5 or 6 feet behind the side-by-side, but it was only well, it was narrow here on the left side, but that translated over here to about 8 to 10 inches on the left side. So I was looking online at some different designs, and most everybody only has a shield at the most on the front side for wind. So drilled these rivets out, 2 rivets on each side, and we unwound it, so to speak, so it looks more like this. We'll see how that works. The other thing that we'd noticed is most of the grass seeder spinner plates, they don't have a cup. This Everlast brand has a cup that it falls down into, so it fills up this cup, and then it has to throw it out over the top. Most all of them have fins in here with no lip on the outside edge. So our next option, it spins this way, we're thinking, is if we have to, we'll split it here, go straight down, and then split it along here, and then we can bend this edge in to make a longer fin. So we'll see how this one works. I'll try to get a video as this first version works, and then we'll determine from there. Okay, so we've been kind of walking on this, but you can see this is basically how it looks with you know, just pushing it out in the, we'll call it stock form. It's really heavy on the left side coming out of that little narrow channel, and it's getting a little bit over here, but not very much. The main band is about 10 inches wide here on the left side, and maybe a foot off of center. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. Wow, that made a huge difference.
Now you got spread.
So we're still a little heavy on the left side,
Yeah.
but we're pretty good all the way out. It might even be throwing it a little bit forward out here, because I got stuff in front of it over here. So I might just tweak this on the, when I'm looking behind it, I might tweak. I'm gonna do it right here. I'm just gonna take and bend this a little bit back here, so it's not, so it's more in line with where they had it. It's just cut off instead of being bent so far.
Can you?
So we have something like this. It kind of comes like this, and then this one comes almost straight out. Bent it right where that last rivet is, right here, and it comes almost straight out. So it's still a little heavy here. You might need to bend that side a little bit, so it just I think we'll do that too. Just like this, bring it so it's just got a little bit of a half moon to it yet. Okay, so take 2 or 3. We cut a bigger hole in here. This grass seed still is having trouble with our paddle. We had to cut our paddle off some, and so we ended up taking a 3-inch hole saw, cutting a hole in the bottom there. So we had to drill out the rivets and stuff. And now we have the motor here off, so we're gonna make a new spinner plate instead of this cup. And we'll check back when we're done. Okay, so here's what we ended up with. We got a 4-inch hole. We made the slide here. We got a big hole. We also remade the spinner, put a new plate on it with some vanes. All right, you can run it. Run it. We're gonna fill it up with grass seed. So I guess I didn't get any video of how this worked, but it definitely spreads grass seed, but you have zero control. It's like all or nothing, and you don't stop or it'll dump the whole hopper. So we're back into the design phase. We did talk to the Minnesota Conservation department at the Pheasant Fest this year, and they built up a whole different kind of deal. Got a Kubota spreader, and they said mixing it with rice hulls or what else did he say? Coconut shells, maybe something to give the seed something to cling to, so to speak. Give it a little bulkier, and then you put on about, you mix it half and half with your seed, but then you put on about 3 times the rate of the grass seed. So if your grass seed is supposed to be spread at 5 pounds an acre, you should mix it half with a filler and then plan on putting 15 pounds to the acre. So we're going back to the drawing board here, see what else we can do. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Please hit like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Have a good day.
We're going hunting.